Livewire is brought to you by Pristine Productions. Digicel. Get more, love more, live more.
What's up, guys? And I want to say what's up, shout out to all the fans. I want to pick up all the followers in New York and around the world. So be sure to hit me up on YouTube here if you want to support me, guys. Click on that little Cash App button right here. And of course, you can donate to me. Be sure to check out my Pro Soca mixing here. Only 30 US here. You get top of the line track arrangement and routing here. Mixing instrumental and vocals, mastering for iTunes and Spotify. Radio Ready Vocals, be sure to check that out. Also go ahead and check out pristineproduction.website.com, where you get the Rasta guitars and bass, old school gold edition here. Soca guitar licks. And of course, guys, if you guys want me to mix and master for you professionally, be sure to check me out here on my contact page here. Pristine Production 501 at gmail.com. But today we're going to be talking about a very special mix here. We're going to be talking about Mixing Pro Vocal Chain here. And of course, guys, I am your mixing engineer, host, Andrew Rayburn. So it's going to be featuring Neo here. So let's bring back the track here and get right into it here. So I'm going to wheel it up and come again. Here we go. Shout out to now Neo Metals, Africa, Malawi. And that, of course, is Neo Metals from Africa, Malawi here. This is Mixing Pro Vocal Chains, Volume 2. Welcome to the show, guys, where we talk about how to get those radio-ready mix, getting your vocals to cut straight through like a knife through butter. So, let's get down here. We're not going to take too much time here. I'm going to go ahead and make some quick adjustments here. Let's get the show on the road. Mixing Pro Vocal Chains, Volume 2, featuring Neo Metals here. So, here's the track here, and I'm going to play it here. Now, you've heard some effects. We hear some delays, reverb here, a little bit of telephony. So let's get down into it here. Now, of course, I'm going to touch just on the vocals here. Now, remember, guys, you got to make sure to gain stage properly, you want to make sure each instrument is at a balanced level. You got to make sure that you're not overdoing processing on your plugs and not hitting the ceiling with the red. So let's go into how we treat Neo vocals here. Now, she's a very smooth singer. She doesn't have a lot of heavy bass. She's a little bit in the middle, you can say, a little bit of high, a little bit of soft. So how do we combat, let our vocals defeat that rhythm here? I'm gonna play the track
I found a savior and his name is Yahweh. And I know what you're thinking, that maybe he doesn't exist, yeah.
Now I wanted to make sure that her vocals is right there with that bass. You know, this is like that old school dancehall reggae kind of vibe here.
But let me tell you.
So let me cut down into the chain. You might say, Ray, you gotta show me how to do this chain thing, man. You gotta. So let me pull up Neo. Of course, I'm having a little bit of auto tune going here, and now I've touched on auto tune in a couple of videos on my YouTube channel. Now, in order for you guys to use auto tune invisible, just to smooth out small little notes without messing up the artist's vocal or having them sounding robotic, you got to know the key. The track, the key of the key for this track here is D sharp minor, and I'm using a 25% of auto tune here just to catch a little bit of note, but notice that she's still sounding natural. That's what we want, but want a little smooth sound. So I'm gonna go to the before and after here. Here we go.
If he can do it for me, he can do it for you, yeah. Yahweh,
Off.
you keep your promises, and I'm leaving the speed
Now you can hear a little bit of the off note there.
to the world.
On.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that God should love a sinner such as I.
Now how did I do that? You know what? Her voice is now smoothened out, but without sounding robotic. You got to make sure you know the key. She's singing the alto key here, and like I'm saying, I'm using a little bit of a 25% here. I'm not going all out crazy T-Pain sound unless the artist wants that. I like to preserve a natural tone. So, but we're not going to cover auto-tune. That's you know, you can check out my videos on YouTube if you want to know more about auto-tune here. So what I did here, I'm using a little bit of, I'm going to turn off the effects here. I'm going to leave on the compressor here just so we can get some volume here. So I'm passing her vocals.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that God should love a sinner such as I once was lost, but now I'm found.
I'm doing a fast release
God's
here.
grace that deep.
A little bit of tack grab here.
Call here my healer, from A to Z he made me see. Yeah.
As you can see here, I'm panning all the way to the right, which is the fast release setting on the 1176 here. And of course, I'm adjusting the attack here, so I'm pinching a little bit of those little fluctuating high notes. So the CLA is not doing that too much of a hard job, just catching those little peaks, just so we can balance her voice. She has a very smooth voice, so we're getting a little bit of presence here with the 1176 here.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound
I'm gonna bring in the bass
that
here.
God should love a sinner such as I. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound.
Now, that's what I'm doing with the 1176. Now, of course, also I'm using the de-esser here. Catch a little bit of those resonant S's so we don't tear your head off here.
That God should love a sinner such as I.
Let me bring out a track here. I'm gonna play the.
Let me tell you something. I found a savior and his name is Yahweh.
Listen to when she says "savior." So when I go ahead and turn on the de-esser here, it's gonna take away those, so we have a smoother sound.
And I know what you're thinking, that maybe he. Let me tell you something. I found a savior and his name is Yahweh.
Notice you have that.
And I know what you're
That S on that savior now is a little bit smooth out here.
thinking, that maybe he does.
You might say, well, how did you get the telephone voice, Ray?
Let me tell you something.
I went ahead and processed the track on just that individual clip there. I'm using a little bit of Pro Q there, and let's see what else I'm doing here. I'm using a little bit of Echo Boy here. That's how I'm getting that telephone. I'm having the settings set to telephone here, and that's how I'm getting that.
Let me tell you something.
And then it goes right back into the normal process.
I found a savior and his name is Yahweh. And I know what you're thinking.
So that's Neo when her vocal was in that dry mode here. So what I went ahead and did here. Let me go ahead and bring up the plugins I'm using here. I'm using the Pro Q2. I'm gonna turn it on here.
That maybe he doesn't exist, yeah. But let me tell you, if he can do it for me, he can do it for you, yeah. Yahweh,
Off.
you keep your promises, and I'm leaving. Just feel the word.
Now, notice what I'm doing there, guys. That frequency close to that 3K feel, it's giving her a little bit more emotion, a little bit more clarity, just a little notch there. That's what I'm doing there with that. You don't want to overdo. As you can see, it's a 2.9, call it 3K. I'm doing about 3 dB there.
Amazing grace.
Off.
How sweet the sound.
On.
That God should love a sea.
So that's the sweet spot there to get Neo vocal with a little more clarity. Now I'm gonna come on to the final chain here, which is the Fab Filter Q3. Now I'm gonna be boosting some more low end. Although her voice is smooth and already kind of low, I want a little bit more power, a little bit more warmth, meaning I want more body in the vocal. So I'm going to boost a little bit of low end, a little bit more top end to get a little bit more sparkling here. So let's go ahead and see what we did here. I'm going to turn on the Pro Q here. Here we go.
Such as I, amazing grace, how sweet the sound.
Off.
That God should love a sinner such as I.
I'm going to turn it on.
I once was lost, but now I'm found.
Notice that you can hear more emotion and more top end of breathing in air, and of course she sounds a little bit more closer here. If I turn off the EQ,
God's grace that deeper. Call here my healer from A to Z. He made me see. Yeah.
now notice that with these simple EQ settings here, her vocal is now competing right in line with the 808 kind of dancehall bass. So sometimes we don't need a chase or a tails here and turn up the volume on the fader on the vocal just to line up with the bass. Sometimes just EQ, to create that nice bounce. That's how you create depth, So I'm gonna go back on a track here. I'm gonna play
Amazing grace, how sweet.
Now I wanted a little bit more vibe and epic feel here, so I put her what you call in the office here. I'm sending her to a reverb here and play.
The sound that God should love a sinner such as I. Amazing grace, how sweet
Off.
the sound that God should love a sinner such as I.
I'm using these reverb techniques to place her in a room so I give her a little more space and depth here. Let's go on to the other one. And this is how you create emotion, guys. Practice on your reverbs.
Whoa.
Now I'm adding the back wall here. Check this out.
Let me tell you something. I found a savior and his name is Yahweh. And I know what you're thinking, that maybe he doesn't exist, yeah. But let me
Now it
tell
sounded
you,
like
if he can do it for me, he can do it
she's
for
on a
you,
stage
yeah.
here.
Yahweh, you keep your promises.
Stage off.
And I'm leaving.
Stage on.
Just feel the word. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound.
Let me go right back on that Amazing Grace part there. Let's see, isolate the lead part.
That God should love a sinner such as I. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. That God should love a sinner such as I.
Go back.
I once was lost. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. That God should love a sinner such as I.
Now I have also some backing doubles here. I'm gonna play those part as well. Here we go.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. That God should love a sinner such as I. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. That God should love a sinner such as I. I once was lost, but now I'm found. God's grace that deeper, call here my healer.
Now you can hear she's on that stage. She's in that room. I wanted her to sound like she's in a little bit of club singing live here. Now I'm gonna add a little bit more reverb here to give her a little bit more space and depth here. Let's go ahead.
From A to Z, make me see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. That God should love a sinner such as I.
So it's subtle. It's subtle effects here that is creating depth and space in Neo's vocal here. Now I'm going to top it off and add a little bit of a delay here, and that's how we get her vocals to swim through this mix.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. That God should love a sinner such as I.
I'm using a little bit of show delay here. I'm going to play it back here. Here we go.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound.
There you hear that little bit of tail there on that delay, just to give her a little bit more space there.
That God should love a sinner such as I. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. That God should love a sinner such as I.
And her vocal is right smack in the middle there. The rhythm is surrounding Neo here, and that's the beauty of radio ready vocals. So I'm gonna stop there, guys. Remember, you can hit me up, and if you want me to mix and master professional, be sure to contact my services here. Pro and Mastering Services, Pristine Production 501 at gmail.com. So I'm going to stop there. I want to shout out to Neo here. And remember, guys, if you want me to do specific videos, want me to mix and master for you professionally to get your music on Spotify, hit me up. I charge reasonable prices. And I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. Let's bring back that track again. I'll catch you guys. Here we go.